Thank you for joining us, America. Kate is in Tampa. Hi, Kate. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I'm in charge of the finances in my family. It's my husband and my 2-year-old daughter and myself. And I bought the financial peace planner because we can't attend the classes because my husband's in the military and I'm a teacher and it's just too late during the day. And I was sitting down with my husband going over it and explaining to him and trying to set up a budget and, talk to him about it. And he makes jokes about it. And I'm really fearful because he is being deployed in October and we're very deeply in debt. And I just don't know what to do to get him to take it seriously. And I'm a big part of it because I don't know how to tell him no. So I'll let him buy stuff or I'll go out and buy him stuff because I'm not good at telling him no.
How old are you guys?
29 and 30.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I don't know exactly what you say to him, but here's the message that you need to deliver. That you have no desire to be his mother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be your mother. I'm tired of being your mother. You're not a little boy. You're a full-grown man. And I need you to act like it. And a full-grown man who's willing to put his life on the line for the sake of this country also should put his life on the line for his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to tell him that.
Yeah.
And it's
you.
you.
I've kind of bordered on that because I've broken down into tears over the amount of debt we have, and we're living basically paycheck to paycheck, and I'll think, oh, good, we'll have $600 left over at the end of this month. And
you're trying to put your finger in the dike. You're trying to put your finger in a dam that's leaking. It's going to bust and run over the top of you because you two aren't working on it together. He's screwing this whole thing up faster than you can fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you won't tell him no, and he's acting like a little boy. And he needs to be a man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he doesn't need to become a nerd and do the accounting. He's not going to do accounting. You're by nature more accounting and nerdy than he is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always going to be the one that writes the checks, but you don't need to be the only adult in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way this is going down. Am I being too blunt?
No, that's everything that I see that I can't tell him.
Then you need to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, you're getting ready to be deployed. I have no desire to manage life by myself while you're deployed or while you're here. I desperately need you to be a man and stand up and help me make these decisions for our life. It's not funny and it's not cute that you won't do a budget and you run around saying, Mama won't give me money. What are you, 12?
Yeah, they call me the off-base commander at his job because he always tells me I won't let him have money.
Well, they are a bunch of children
mm-hmm.
that he's working with. And they've got some growing up to do, too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're facing here. So he's got to man up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we work with military all the time. It's a bunch of young guys, and they're studs. They're awesome young gals. They're awesome people, and they put their life on the line for this country, and we appreciate them. And on the one hand, on the other hand, some of them do stupid on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like because they're so manly in their warrior self that when they get home, they have to be a little boy. And they can't do that. You're not the off-base commander. I don't want to be your off-base commander. I didn't marry somebody that I wanted to manage. So I'm telling you, pick a fight. That's what I'm telling you. Because here's what's going to happen if you don't. 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 3 years from now, you're going to have had enough, and the switch is going to flip, and you're going to leave, and there won't be no getting you back. Because you will go over the edge on this relationship. I've done financial counseling for 30 years. I've met so many women that their husbands wouldn't man up. They wouldn't man up. They wouldn't man up. They wouldn't man up. And finally, she's had it, and you can't reel her back in for nothing. She's gone. Because once you've had it, you've had it. You right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I've seen it time and time again. You've been married 6 years, haven't you?
4.
4. Yeah, you got all the symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
You got all the symptoms. You're the right age group and everything. And you got it 3 to 5 years before this blows up on average if you don't fix it. You can hold your breath. You've been holding your breath all this time, acting like it's all okay, and you're walking around being the only adult in the house, and you're carrying all the fear because you're the only ones being responsible. And he's out of line, kiddo, I'm telling you. You want to put him on the phone, I'll talk to him.
He's still at work.
Okay, well, you can tell him he has a new jerk in his life, and it's me. As much as I love him and appreciate him for defending this country, I'm also going to take him to task on his husband skills. Because they ain't there. Now, if you can't get through to him and the two of you can't have a conversation that brings him around, you need to go see a marriage counselor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've done that before, and it seems like he doesn't respond. He'll sit there quietly and not say anything. So it's a one-way conversation, which makes me even more upset. So I end up just walking away because I can't deal with it, and I do everything on my own again. And then I look at our bills and our outgoing money, and then
again you reach the end of your rope and you call me.
Mm-hmm.
And then again you're going to reach the end of the rope. And my point is, you're going to reach the end of your rope one time, and there won't be no getting you back. So you need to tell him. You need to tell him that he's on a path to we're on a track here. The trajectory of our marriage is that it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't. That's not tomorrow, and I'm not threatening you, but you need to get the idea here, Bubba, that we're going to have to work together, and we're going to have to both be adults, because I'm completely done with you being a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Call his manhood out. Because I am.
Yeah.
That's your only shot, because this is not going to get better until this issue gets better in your house. And I can't make him grow up, and you can't make him grow up. He's got to decide to go, okay, she's serious. This is no longer cute. It's no longer something I joke about with my buddies at work, that she's the commander. I'm not going to talk about that, the base command. We're not going to do that anymore. All of a sudden, I'm just going to be a man, and I'm going to serve my wife and walk with her. Yes, you'll be writing the checks because you're always the one that does the numbers, but we're going to make decisions together as two grown-up adults about our money and about our future and about our life.
Mm-hmm.
And, and when that happens, you're going to have a whole new husband.
Okay.
And it can happen. He can just decide to do that tomorrow. And here's the thing. He's not a bad guy.
No.
He's just fallen into the trap of being typical and normal. The number one cause of divorce in North America today, money fights and money problems. Why? Stuff like I'm talking about right here. The guy won't man up, or the girl decides she's a princess and she needs a daddy instead of a husband. Mm-hmm. It's the opposite of what you're facing.
Yeah, well, the number one issue I'm having is I keep telling him to hand over his credit card, because I've paid that thing off.
No. His mother tells him to hand over his credit cards. When he decides he's a man, he decides what to do with his credit cards. Mm-hmm. Quit being his mother.
Okay.
I'm tired of being your mother. Mm-hmm. I didn't marry a man to be his mother. Every time you say something like that, you're giving him his allowance. The guys at work are making fun because you're the base commander. I'm telling him he's got to do this. I'm telling him he's got to do that. All you're doing is mothering this little boy. Mm-hmm. And it's time for him to stop it. I hope that helps you, kiddo.
It does. Thank you so much.
Hold on the line. I'm going to send you a copy of the book, The Total Money Makeover, in case something of this gets through and you guys have a better thing to work from than the Financial Peace Planner. It's not as good. So it's a decent workbook, but this is a better book. I'll give it to you. Hold on. And tell him I said thanks for serving his country, but man up. You can tell him Dave Ramsey said that. We have a manhood crisis in this culture. We've completely wussified the males in this culture. It's ridiculous. Some of you guys need to stand up. Really. Some of you women, too. I mean, it's just, but my gosh. We have the emotional maturity of 12-year-olds walking around adult bodies out there. This is crazy, y'all. You think she's the only one? No, that's a normal situation. Doesn't that scare the crap out of you? It should. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.